About the hello. So I was gonna go live yesterday, but then I was like, no, I'm not gonna go live. And then today I'm live, and I was like, oh, I said I was gonna do one of those oracles every day. I completely forgot. I was just gonna go live yesterday because it's like we living in some real title card times. Some real title card times. I was losing my mind yesterday. Yesterday started off interesting, and the day got more interesting with the fire alarm went off twice. um, and ultimately, at the end of the day, um, it's like the universe, God's spirit is like, we've been listening. Have you been listening? And I'm like, trigger. I was like, oh, okay, now we're starting Cancer season. All right, I'm in it now. But it's just like over the past few days, I've been like, oh, I've been thinking about how, how much I've changed and like all this other stuff that I'd like to start to do. And then I had a feeling, and then I had a dream, and then I had a line of thinking. So I had a feeling one day, I went to sleep and had a dream. Woke up, just my mind went somewhere. And then I go to work. Work is work is work. And then the fire alarm is pulled. Or not pulled, but it went off. Um, and then he was like, oh, snap. So this is what the 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 feeling and the dream and the thought was about. And then I went back and I'm like losing my gosh darn mind. Honestly. And then the fire alarm is it goes off again. And then I'm like, oh, snap. And then I lose my gosh darn mind some more. And so, yeah, it's like, because there have been a few things, I guess, that I've been talking about / asking for a question mark. Um, and apparently somebody somewhere was listening to something. And now it's like, are you listening? Am I listening to everything that I know myself to be now? Everything I was feeling like it's time for me to do this, it's time for me to do that. I'm just feeling it. It's just time. Changes in the air. Now it's like, okay, so you're gonna do it? And I'm like, oh well, Ooh. Share wisdom and self love. Self love came in reverse. Are these the two I'm taking today? What's at the bottom? The bottom of the deck is Get Curious. What I like about Get Curious is that this feels like it's because the last time I used this deck, the Three of Swords came out in the tarot. And it was the bird that couldn't fly. This feels like the bird is off of the Three of Swords and flying. So makes sense. For oh, I feel like I just got called out. Um so for what that reading was and for what I'm talking about now, it makes sense. But with this self love, it's like here's a portal to whatever. And it came out in reverse. So I'm going to read myself a little bit, I guess. And share wisdom is here. So I'm not going to get super specific, but I'm not going to not talk about it either. Because it's easy to find excuses to not do the very thing that I was just feeling like it's for me to do. And when I was feeling like it's for me to do, I was like, even if like I'm nervous or even if I'm shy, even if I don't think I can do it, like I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna put myself out there because there is a certain life that I want, um, certain quality of life, a certain way of living that I want. And me being like introverted and isolated and not really talking to people is slash was a trauma response to what I was going through. Because before I was extremely extroverted, always talking to like I wouldn't shut up, honestly. Whenever I met somebody new, like whenever there was a new person at school or whatever, I was the first person to go and talk to them because I didn't want anybody to be like lonely or not have a friend or whatever. And then life happened, and I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that anymore. And I'd always had times where I needed to recharge or whatever, but I was a lot more active and a lot more outgoing and a lot more everything. And I've just been feeling recently that it's like it's time to get back to some more of that. And it's Leo season, right? And so it's like head popped into this portal, right? And then I see something and I'm like, oh snap. I'm like, oh snap. I'm like, what? And then I think of what it might require from me, and I'm like, ooh. And then the head pops right back out. Or the head doesn't pop out. It's just like bring the rest of the body like through, like follow through with it type of energy. Um, and that's why it's like, I feel like God, Spirit, Universe is like, I've been listening. This proves to you that I've been listening. I very acutely. Now, have you been listening? And that's when I'm like, I have heard, yes. Did I listen? Yes. Am I going to follow up? Yes. Hey Steph, how you doing? But yeah, it was weird. It was interesting. Anyway. Oh look, movement. I tried to pick the cards up and this one stayed on the table. Am I gonna follow through? Yes. Is there gonna be movement? Yes. Because again, I just gotta remind myself at the end of the day, this is what I want. Hey Matt, how you doing? Or Matthew, sorry. I don't know. It's fine. You probably don't care if I call you Matt, but I shouldn't assume because I know some people don't like to be short named. So anyway, I was gonna come on and pull before and after a title card. I was gonna make a poll to see what deck. Either way, really okay. I'll call you or Mathelonius. You caught some of that, and that's what you went through. Okay, so maybe this is a collective part. Maybe it's all been collective. But like I said, I'm like in the middle of like a Saturn return and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know what's collective and what is actually just me. You know what I mean? But ultimately, because again, it was first it was the feeling, then it was the dream, then it was like a random thought. And then the alarm went off. And then confrontation. Not like confrontational confrontation, but it's like, what are you gonna do? And I'm like, what am I gonna do? Anyway, the Magi is at the bottom. So let's just get for today. What is our Threads of Fate Oracle card? And then we'll clarify from there. If I can get one. Yeah, I sent Reem like 15 voice notes. I was outside like, Reem, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, Reem. It's fine. Okay. We'll take this see how it's kind of higher perspective again with movement at the bottom of the deck. And underworld behind movement. Higher perspective came out for the collective Cancer season. Higher perspective in love. Oh, snap. I mean, as far as I can tell, Rima's doing pretty well. I think she should be moving around now, or she should have moved recently. So, with the move and work and stuff, I don't know. I sent the voice messages. I ain't say I got a reply. She'll reply when she has time. Well, yeah, I think she's doing pretty well. You said all the birds. Excuse me. And I found my Saturn earring, so thank you again, Eve. I lost the other one. Well, it's like in this general vicinity. It'll pop up. I also need to I've just been working so much. It's fine. This makes me think of the upper world in the mystical shaman oracle cards. It's like we're moving up to this higher perspective, which is awesome. Higher perspective and movement. I'm going to grab the Vitruvian SKT. Just kidding. It's the Revelation one. And that's the tarot I'm going to clarify with. Oh my gosh. Cards just slipping out. Just sliding right out. Well, what's at the top? Ooh. It's Apocalypse. Apocalypse is judgment. It is. I feel like I haven't used it enough. I love the Vitruvian one. It was kind of over my head for a long time. It still can be. I feel like any deck can be over my head, honestly, though. It don't take much. I need to use it more. Apocalypse is a card that makes an appearance, but it makes me think of the snake in movement. There's something interesting I've been noticing. It seems like every time I see a representation of the caduceus now, it only has one snake. And I was like, I didn't even know there was a one snake caduceus. I've always seen a two snake caduceus. But there was an ambulance outside one day and it had one snake. I was like, wait. And then I saw something on Twitter. Again, one snake. I sent a message to Reem. I was like, this Mandela 2.0. But anyway. I've also been thinking a lot today. It came back to mind. Like, if it's almost like free will requires or necessitates a semi-absent / distant creator. And it goes back to the thing I talked about, I think the last time I was live, where it's like, because the word of the creator creates, the word of the creator changes things. So how would we have free will if that word would sort of like change everything? It's like it would overwrite our will, right? Or we wouldn't even really discover what our will is. So I was like, oh, okay. But its will can be evidenced, question mark. I think that's the word I want to use. Even with out a word. So. Ooh. Okay, well, we got quite a snap. We got quite a few cards. So the first card that came out is the Angel, which is Temperance in this deck. And then the Archangel of Mystery came out, and the Knight of Swords, the Shining Gale. Archangel of Mystery sits in the place of the King of Pentacles. Angel who illuminates the shadow. We see the Corn here, which is the card that I get in the Mystical Shaman Oracle cards more than I care for, just because I don't know what corn means to me. I know it can be like abundance and stuff like that, but I don't have a personal connection to corn besides, living in cornfield, soybeans, Illinois. Um, but the Archangel of Mystery in the Vitruvian edition, the orb, the mystery is enclosed. But in this one, it's being offered. Also, there's is that Mayan, Toltec, Aztec, Incan, that thing there? And that's interesting because I was just talking about the red self existing moon. And last time I pulled these cards, the Luminous Warrior came out, the Galactic New Year. I understand most of those words separately. I'm like, wait, that's too much for my brain. Excuse me. And then Winds of the Sylph. This is interesting. So behind the angel, you see this? Now, there's a portal in the Winds of the Sylph. All right, and there's a portal in this Knight of Swords, right? Up here. But there's also this behind the Archangel of Mysteries. And it's almost like, there we go. It's almost like if you put these two together, you get something akin to this. Now, what does this mean? I'm actually going to read the I Ching for these. I don't know if I have it downloaded on this phone. Do I have books on here? Is that a thing with Android? What's this? The Book of Maps. Can I just search for it? Book of Maps. I don't think I have it on here. I have to put it on here later. Where's my iPad? Here it is. I know it's on here. And I got just enough battery. Just enough battery. So this is Archangel of Mysteries over the Shining Gale. Let's see. Neither one of these say. That's fine. So that is Earth over Heaven. Earth over heaven is harmony. Okay. All right. In balance. You are reaching and going beyond yourself. Okay. That, I mean, movement to a higher perspective. That feels like that checks out. You are reaching and going beyond yourself. This is progressive. This is good. You are willing to take risks for others, even if it might mean losing your own position. You negotiate a compromise and observe temperance. You won't regret your decision. Act according to temperance, and prosperity shall be attained. The intercourse of heaven and earth, sacred unions, auspicious. At the end, yield to the natural course of cycles and changes. You're fine. I hope you stay strong. I hope you keep on keeping on. I feel like I haven't read these. The bottom of the deck is the memory keeper, and the giver is right behind that, with the healer and the force behind that, and then New World Order. So this is full moon in Taurus energy, sun in Scorpio with the moon in Taurus, the giver and the keeper. What the world? Why does this almost feel like some kind of like moving into the kingdom of heaven type of energy? Because it also reads as like that which was withheld is now being freely given. I don't know if freely given is necessarily the word because the scales are here. So it is being given freely, but it's not being given necessarily. Oh, not gratuitously. Is gratuitously the word I want? We'll ask Siri because Bixby is. I don't know. Hi, Siri. Hey, define gratuitous.
Gratuitous means uncalled for, lacking good reason, unwarranted.
No.
Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yes.
It means given or done free of charge.
That one makes more sense. Given or done free of charge, not uncalled for, lacking good reason, or unwarranted. Not that one. It feels like they kind of have origins in the same thing, but it's like when it's something gratuitously that you don't want, it's bad. Like its example was gratuitous violence, and it's like, okay, well, yeah. But if it's like, gratuitous blessings, gratuitous abundance, we take those. Thank you. It feels like it's being given in, like there's a balance to the giving, but it's not charging. And then also, again, temperance is right here in the angel. I guess I will keep them like this. And then it's the star. Well, it's the healer, the force, and New World Order, which is the star, strength, and the world. I took these two because that was Sun and Taurus, or Sun and Scorpio, Moon and Taurus, opposites. Then we have Aquarius and Leo. and the healer and the force. And then we have New World Order, where one of these rays terminates. This is how it works in the SKT. On the other side is death. And then look at that. Y'all hear Chino? Gibbs came out. I just saw 2929 on the runtime. Gibbs came out. It was a rune, and it was the hidden gift, the unseen gift. We blurry. So the unseen gift makes another appearance. I saw the force at the when I was shuffling, and I almost talked about it because it has two snakes on it, but I didn't. Oh my gosh! You know what I literally just realized? So Scorpio, Taurus. How do I do this? Oh, they're on opposite sides. Oh, boo. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo are the planets that came out. Right behind that, New World Order. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. All the fixed signs are here. I didn't even catch that at first. And it's interesting because with the angel, it holds all the mutable signs: Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, Sagittarius. So there is some kind of terminating energy. Like this is the card in which this branch of light terminates. How did I see 2929 on the clock and it's only 27:45 right now? What's happening? It's fine. I looked and I promise I saw 2929. But it's only 27. Now it's 28. There's a terminating energy here. This is where that band of light terminates. We go from all mutable energy to all fixed energy, which feels like it terminates. But the I Ching said you're reaching beyond yourself, right? What is happening? Why do I do these at this point? I feel like it's a whole bunch of just like, wait, I don't get it. It's fine. I feel like I can't even really like dig into it anymore. I don't know. It's just like my brain is like, I don't know if it's because I'm tired or if it's just because I'm like not. Another thing that's been coming out quite a bit lately is like cards that reveal mysteries or give hidden truths or whatever. The one who illuminates the shadow, the archangel of mysteries. We have what was kept now being given. And then there's some healing force that moves the world in a new direction. The healer, the force, and new world order. And maybe the angel It's almost making me think of the realm of soul, question mark. And our own personal, like, internal duality. And it looks like it's here again. And temperance, it's kept. And the angel, it's kept. And the healer, it's being poured out. Right. And I'm looking at the sun. The sun in this force card is drawing my attention. But I don't know why. Well, oh, also, this is 8-8. 8 is an 8, 17 is an 8. 8-8-3, because of 21. Or 8-8-20-21. So maybe the 8-8 portal last year. I don't know. I feel like I can end this now because I don't know how much further I'm getting with this. We'll have. I changed Bixby. I changed the voice back. And I asked, I was more detailed. I was like, roll a 4-sided die. And Bixby was like, I only have a 6-sided dice. Or 6-sided die. And I was like, how? Like, I could go back and pull up the video where you rolled a D4, a D20, a D6, and all of a sudden you only got the standard paradise. And the coin flipping noise ain't even a coin flip. It's some, I don't know, sparkly whatever. I was so excited at first, and now it's different. It's fun. If Siri says tells, if Siri and Bixby agree, then I'll try to see if there's anything deeper. I already said what I should do, but it's fine. All right. Hey Siri, flip a coin.
Is heads.
So Siri gave us heads. Hi Bixby. Flip a coin.
All right, here comes the flip. Looks like it came up heads.
Oh, they both said heads. So I'm going to look before and after the title card because the whole thing was we're living in real title card times. I was going to pull a deck and look before and after the title card. When I was like, should I keep doing this? Then it came to me. Then I knew. It was then that I knew what I had to do. I had to stop all the ghosts ever coming through. I'm here to fight for me and you. I'm gonna catch them all. Because I am not. Oh my gosh. So, Scorpio is here again. Hold up. So, first we had a full moon in Taurus. because the sun was in Scorpio on the Six of Pentacles, or the Six of Cups is Sun in Scorpio, Six of Pentacles is Moon in Taurus. Now I have Scorpio and the Moon. Well, it's Moon in Libra, but Death and the Two of Swords. But now it's Moon in Scorpio. So it's almost like we moved to, like, there's this new moon Taurus, or full moon Taurus, new moon Scorpio energy that are balancing. That's the Libra. It's like they're setting the scales. And the last year, so if we do 2022 or 2021, the full moon in Taurus was a lunar eclipse before the node shifted into Taurus in like January. But anyway, the reason why I laughed is because now here's the other side where the light terminates. They're all here. I'm going to I Ching the title card too. So death was before. I'll put that above. The Two of Swords was after. I'll put that below. And we'll see what the title card I Ching is. Two of Swords and Death. So this is going to be Wind over Lake. Wind over the Lake is I Ching number 61, Faith Within. Give me a second. I got to flip 60 some virtual pages. Faith Within, a heart open to truth. Okay. A sage deliberates on the transgressions of humankind, yet delays in judgment of others. Do not rush to punish. Gain a deep understanding of why the transgressor acted. To be superior in strength is to show mildness in punishment. Fellowship is not in itself noble. Thieves and bandits have fellowship, but such bonds can be broken. Faith is more important for peace and solidarity. There is a certain affinity between the oracle and you. Petition to the gods. Oh, snap. Zhong Fu. I know Zhong is middle or like inside. I thought Fu was like, it's probably a different Fu, but I thought Fu was like wind for some reason. The inner wind. That's interesting because if we go back to the Mayan, the white wind. What is white wind? I don't even think I have it. Like, what are properties of white wind? I can Google it real quick. I'll search on here. This is the wave spell. I just want to know white wind. Okay. Something about truth and resonance. Wave spell 18. Well, this is the wave spell of white wind, according to Tortuga1320.com. The white wind wave spell represents the spiritual realm and the form of the breath of life, the words of life, the word of God, and all kind of. So we're still in that same vein. Um, when is the next white wind wave spell? Unify in order to communicate, attracting breath and power of spirit. The white wind wave spell is the 18th wave spell of the dream spell journey. It is also the second wave spell of the green castle of enchantment, which is the fifth and last castle of the dream spell soul can count. Through enchantment, the planetary can attain the power of magical flight, the fulfillment of the rainbow nation. In the dream spell transcreation, the solar seal of wind is inspired by the Maya glyph of Ik. I probably mispronounced that, which exactly signifies wind, spirit, air, life, and voice. This Maya sign was represented with a T form in the center, being associated with color white. The same T form appears in some of the Maya windows, most abundant in the ancient city of Lakama. Or, yeah, Lakama. Great Waters, the original name of Palenque or Palenque. I don't know. Okay. We getting all the way in this. It's Solar Seal number 2. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll be reading that thing all day. It said petition the gods. That's like listening. Like when I said God creator source is listening. Yeah, apparently they are. They are. It is. I don't know. Faith is more important for peace and solidarity. Faith also came out recently. And I was talking about, because I've said it a few times, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And something about faith was important because it did something. I think that was also in that same, the last time I did these. We live in this real Tedakar times. We live in this real. Hey, Sandra, you're fine. Tired. I am very tired. How are you? But I'm good. I've very little to complain about. I mean, I could complain about some stuff, but I won't. I have little to complain about. I'm fine. I'll be okay. So wait, this one, what was it? Because the other, faith within, a heart open to truth. It's interesting that it says fellowship is not in itself noble. And I'm just gonna. Oh my gosh, this almost looks like white wind. This looks like two white winds that are like mirroring each other. And I'll show you. I should have showed you when I had the thought. See, because so this is ik or ik, the sign of the wind. Oh wait, I can do this because technology. Hold up, can I do this? 1 second. Before I speak too much. I can't do this. Oh, there we go. Love technology. See that? Now it's interesting because the white mirror is also another thingy. I think the next year is the white wizard, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's it. Like a thunderbird. Oh, it's not. Okay. So apparently we got fix energy is out. And then, and it's here again with Scorpio. So we got full Scorpio, full Leo, full Aquarius being the majors. The Hierophant is the only one missing. So we'll follow up on that thread. We'll find the Hierophant. I love the Hierophant in this deck. In this deck and in the Tarot Apocalypse. Not the Tarot Apocalypse, the Astro Matrix Tarot. Two of my favorite Hierophant cards. And here's the Hierophant. Ooh, okay. So the Hierophant, just to make sure we have our last major, is in between the Shining Waters, Waves of the Undine, so Knight of Cups, and the Magus, the Magician. So the reason why I made that face is because I'm pretty sure it's not like this in the Vitruvian edition, but in the Revelation edition, we have an alternate to death. So I think we can do a little substitution and do one of these. Now, what does that mean? Who knows? Also, the snake from the Force is here. It's in the Force and it's also in the tower. Wait, this is the. So, love that. With the Hierophant in the middle, what my eye goes to. Is it just on that card? I guess it is. It goes to this thing, the cube in the sky. But when it takes its Merkabah configuration, it can prism light. It feels like the Hierophant. I mean, it's literally right here. The Hierophant is the one that does this transformation. Because of the Merkabah, reconfigures the light in some way. And then here's the Knight of Cups, which is water. Death is Scorpio, which is also water. Right? I'm just like, I feel like, I'm just like, what is this? Where's the Ankh? The Ankh is on. Yeah, that's where it is. It's her on the chest of the angel. I was staring at it. See, I'm I-Ching this one too. Why not? So it's going to be the Knight of Cups over the Magician. I gotta flip back 60 some. I'm gonna end this here soon. It's like, what does this mean? My brain doesn't even know where to begin. So feels big, whatever it is. Knight of Cups over the Magician. This is double water, or water over water. Over the water, under the water. But remove the water. Oh, it's number 29, The Abyss. And the reason why I like this is because when I opened up the magic cards, and it was that one pack I opened up, there was a tower that was not touched by time. And then there was the abyss. And it's like there was a light that was coming from the abyss or something like that. And it's number 29. When I saw 29, 29, it hadn't even been 27 seconds or 27 minutes into the video yet. Pitfall perils the abyss. Con. Exercise caution. There is potential for danger here. Be wary of pitfalls, entrapments, and perils. Nevertheless, fear not, because there is a clear path to safety. Where there is trust and sincerity, and a heart serves an important mission, there can be prosperity in spite of the pitfalls. Your endeavor is a worthy cause to proceed with, and so, in spite of peril, you must continue and proceed with your endeavor. A journey can bring great rewards. Remain steadfast to the ways of virtue and benevolence in all undertakings. Love that, because I feel like that touches on what was the heart open to the truth or whatever. The last one, trust, sincerity in the heart. It also talked about, I think, something else. What was the first I Ching? It was Earth over Heaven. What number was it though? I don't remember. Anyway, I like it. It feels like it ties everything up. It's just it feels like energy of turbulence. Like as you exit one system and before you enter another system, there's like that border, that boundary is very turbulent. Or it's like the Kipper belt. I literally just heard it the other day. I know it's not the Kuiper. Is it Kuiper? The Kuiper belt? I don't know. Oh, okay. And you see all the waves. So it does feel like in some way it's like transiting this energy. There's the tower that's untouched by time, by the way. Um, it feels like it's making its way through, but you see how huge the wave is in that portal. It feels like to get through it or to get out of it isn't necessarily going to be easy, but it is very much so going to be worth it. Because again, then we get this energy. With these three. Instead of this one. And then, you know, there's nothing wrong with little, okay, scorpionic death energy, but this is interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to put these back. I'm going to get funnel cards just to see if anything else comes out or to close this. And then I'm going to wake up, go to bed, wake up tomorrow, and do it all over again. Or I'm just like, what is happening? Something withheld is now being given. It feels like that. I don't know if it was a time thing. It feels like there was a reason why certain mysteries were withheld, but apparently the energy of mysteries being revealed and hidden truths and stuff like that, it's here. It's out. It's every time some cards come out, I guess. It's a lot of times. Of course it is. Of course it's the Seeker. Oh, and look, here's number 18. Wait, was it 18? It was 18. That was the I Ching number. Okay. It was I Ching number 18. No, it was not I Ching number 18. This is decay. An opportunity for reparations. An infestation results in the decay of matter. Dogma causes degeneration. There has been spoilage and degeneration, so it is critical to take action immediately. The father is not fit to lead. The successor son must rise to the occasion. Great obstacles to come. Prevent further atrophy. Strive to be virtuous. Do not go forward if you seek power. Go forward only if you rise with a pure heart. Undertake the daunting challenge. For the critical timing of events, look to Jupiter, the spring season, and the midnight hours. Jupiter is retrograde, ? And it's going to re-enter Pisces, ? At some point, ? Jupiter is 8 degrees in Aries right now. It'll cross the Pisces cusp again on the 28th of October at 1:11 a.m. Central, apparently. Cool. Oh, this card was at the bottom of the deck. I didn't want to acknowledge it. It's the Haunt, the Nine of Swords, Mars and Gemini. It also came out with the Seeker. This is interesting. The bottom of the deck is the Necromancer, which is the moon. With that Scarab Beetle from the, was it Transformation card it reminded me of? There's Anubis again. Oh, snap. What's up with all these majors at the bottom of the deck? Okay, well, it's fine. I just put the cards back in the deck. I didn't like separate them, but they're still all here at the bottom. So under the Necromancer is a Chancellor. And they both have energies of judgment, or judges, right? Because they both have the scales. Now, under that is the Angel, the Magus, the Reaper, and New World Order. So it's just the majors from what we just saw. See, with the Necromancer, the Chancellor, and the Angel, the Moon, Justice, and Temperance, it feels like the same verdict is being reached on the dark and the light sides. I should do it this way. Even though the Moon isn't drawn too dark, It feels like they're both reaching the same verdict with their scales. But it also feels like they're measuring and accounting for different things. They're using different metrics. That's why the purity of the heart isn't. It's like a pure heart will get you to pass both sides. It's almost like it's easiest to just do that rather than to like try to find the overlap between what the chancellor is looking for and what Anubis is looking for. And now something interesting happens because death is in between the Magus and New World Order. So both of these rays of light are coming in, like they're focusing in on death. But death is proceeding in this way. But again, the cards that came out, it's the Seeker and the Hunt. So it feels like with whatever it is that we're seeking, with however this is going to play out, where we're going to be led, what's going to be revealed, it's like we're going to come back to ourselves. In the space of the Dark Knight, in the space of handling, it's like how we handle the stress of like reality and living and stuff like that. It's some kind of energy like that. We are led back to ourselves. And there's something within the self that must be done. Okay, that. So I think it's almost like for everything that we've done in the light and for everything that we do in the light, it also needs to be done in the dark. And it feels like it's almost like Nick's energy again, where it's like something will come up, something will happen that'll like trigger us. And it'll be an opportunity to do things in a new way, in a different way, in a better way, or it'll be an opportunity to handle things the way we always handle things. And now it's like that'll be what determines which one of these terminates on the other side of that angel. It feels like a new way is the Magus because the new way creates a new response. It gives a new reaction or a new consequence. And the way that we've been doing it gives us the Reaper. It feels like we probably end up in a similar position to one that we've been in before and maybe didn't like too much. But it's just like, it feels like if there is anything that you're dissatisfied, it feels like if we have if there's an opportunity that we don't get or whatever, and we ask the divine, like, why am I still in this position? Why am I still X, Y, or Z? It feels like the mirror is going to be put back on us. And it's not going to be, it feels like it's just an opportunity to recognize, see, or handle and address something within ourselves that gets us to keep ourselves in whatever state that we're in that we want to get out of. Sometimes we have to be the ones to do something. And again, it's movement with a higher perspective or movement to a higher perspective. That's what gets all this stuff to unlock. All right. Now I'm going to get a final oracle. And we're going to wrap this up. Ooh, interesting. The underworld, of course. But the bottom of the deck is withdraw. So withdraw from the underworld? That makes sense. I think that's what the Seeker and then the Haunt Nine of Swords is as well. And so if it feels like we would have grown, healed, evolved, or learned something in a way where we don't have to handle or respond to situations the same way that we did before in the past. But I don't know if we necessarily know it. It's almost like there are tools that we have in our tool belts that we're not necessarily using because we might not realize we got them. I'll read both of these from the book. Why not? I have the book. Oh, darn it. They're separated. I need the table of contents. So, the Underworld. Underworld is 113. Withdraw is 20. Ooh, this book looks small. The Underworld. If the Underworld card comes to you, it is either an invitation to go within yourself or it serves as an acknowledgement of where you currently are. If you do not sense you are in the Underworld, then this card is asking you to take a pause and allow the things that need to fall away to do so. If you are in the Underworld at the moment, it can often feel like it is trial after trial, loss after loss. It may also feel empty and uncomfortable. The Underworld is where we die and are reborn. It holds the fire of transformation. Oh, that's it. What we're seeking is the fire of transformation, but we got to go to the Underworld to get it. If you've already ventured to the Underworld to get your fire of transformation, then things are about to start transforming. Transformers. More than meets the eye. All right, so thank y'all for being here. I hope everyone has an amazing whenever you see this. If you're not, I hope you have a much better one soon. And I hope that soon is relatively soon and not one of those. Well, in the grand scheme of how long I've been alive on planet Earth, 2 years is relatively soon. You know? And I will catch y'all next time. Or I don't know. It's like, where are we going? I'm like, oh, well, I'll be here. We'll see what comes out. I'll try my best. We'll see. Good night. Or good morning. Or good evening. Who knows?